there were 2 times where I remember Chet reminded me about how important it is to be patient and how something I was going through was a blip. I remember the first time he told me, I was cracking up because I had made a comment about losing my biggest client at the time, which was Time Warner. And it was the first time in my career that I ever had to like let people go and go through a little bit of a downsize before we could pick back up the growth, just because they were a huge client of ours. And I remember I made the comment, I said, look, it'll take 2 years to rebuild, and that one client's loss. And he said, it's a blip. And we were laughing about it because, if 2 years is a blip, like, whoa. Like, I just remember thinking there's no way. When you're going through something that's really hard, it doesn't feel like a blip. But it is crazy. Time does heal. And looking back at the situation, looking back at the big picture, it was a small time frame in the, timeline of how things unfolded at my company. And I could look back now and laugh and say it was a blip, It was hard. I never had to let people go before, and that was tough. It was trimming the fat in the company and getting rid of people who weren't performers. And of course, we got stronger because of that, but it was never easy. And the second blip for me was a personal one. It was when I was going through a divorce and I got remarried, and I remember him talking about the blip period and having to go through that. And it was hard, but I think that's important, that when you're a leader, you're going to go through some periods where they're going to be tough, but they will pass. They will pass, personally and professionally. So think about a blip and think of it, maybe at a couple years time frame, and you'll be looking back and you'll see why things happened the way they happened. And you can't be too hard on yourself. We say, hard on yourself, not down on yourself. So, it's okay to be hard on yourself, but just don't make that turn into anxiety or worry or stress.